Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of the Retro Game Gauntlet Reviewcast. I'm your host Torsvik, and this week I played Normy's Beach Babe-O-Rama for the Sega Genesis. Normy is a platformer based on the comic series Making It. The comic series is probably best summarily described as Dilbert for the Californian crowd. You play as office beach bum Norm MacDonald, who, with the aid of his time-traveling suntan lotion, attempts to rescue 6 beach goddesses who have been scattered by alien villains. Norm defends himself with various weapons found across the levels, from rocks to spears, and to the more crude choked chicken and beaver breath. You'll also find a pair of sunglasses, allowing Normy to shrug off damage. This game goes for the grade with its platforming. It has a turbo button, which causes Normy to rush across the stage for as long as he has meter. The turbo is required to traverse levels as early as stage 1. There is also a less used but still interestingly utilized slide mechanic. You have control over the distance of your slide by pressing towards or against your slide direction. The play-by-play goes as such. Level 1, 65,047 BC. Og has kidnapped Moon Unit, Goddess of the Waves, so he can use his new invention, the surfboard. Out this gate, this game pulls no punches. Enemies spawn frequently, and you will be expected to turbo jump in order to survive, leaping across lava pits and from rooftop to progress. Reaching Og, he hops about, occasionally throwing rocks. Be wary, you can get knocked behind the T-Rex gatekeeper, killing you rather quickly. Don't forget to grab the car keys so you can ride the dino. Level 2, 1447 AD. Princess Cuffy has kidnapped the Goddess of Sunshine to work on her tan. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue Persephone? The first part of level 2 is easy, but it ramps up as soon as you launch yourself from the onager. You'll have to make yourself upwardly mobile until you reach the moat at the top of the castle. You will then have to turbo run and swing across chain from occupied platform to occupied platform. Luckily, Cuffy is easily bullied into submission. Level 3, The Jungle, 1932. Shlomo has taken the Goddess of Surf Music for his non-stop party. This level is riddled with traps and pits. It will take a few attempts to get a feel for this level, really getting the most out of the slide and the turbo jump mechanics. Level 3 does stand out as it is the only level that comes with a mini-boss. Shlomo himself won't go down easy. He will leap around, throwing the occasional punch and dropping tactical bananas in his wake. Level 4, Transylvania, 1973. Professor Warhol has kidnapped the Goddess of Warm Sands to aid him in producing his new invention, Vidyas. Though a step up in difficulty from level 3, chances are you'll be well equipped for the increased difficulty. The most interesting aspect of this level is the boss fight. Rather than a conventional boss fight, you'll have to beat the boss in a Pac-Man-like game and Pong. Very similar to the Puyo Puyo boss in Sonic Mania, to make a recent example. Level 5, Space! Gertzplert has gotten his grubby mitts on Valerie. Not the worst level in the game, but this game's flaws shine brightest here. Much of the level contains long hallways with fast-moving, high-health enemies. If you think yourself clever to try and skip some of these enemies, you'll find yourself on a lift that you'll need to wait on while said skipped enemies harass you. This level also won't be afraid to throw a rogue meteor at you in an effort to dunk on you as you leap across pits. Like the boss, though, reminded me of a slow-paced alien soldier boss. It also has a neat zero-gravity section, where you have to use the beaver breath to propel yourself. Level 6, Heck. Lucifer wants the Goddess of Snow Cones, because he wants some snow cones and lemonade, but Normy is here to keep Lucifer from getting any snow cones. Heck is really well scaled for a final level. All the enemies have high health, but you can almost always position yourself in such a way to get the better of them. This level is also very dense with hazards. You have to constantly slide and leap about to make progress through each level of Heck. The mix of high health enemies and hazards makes for a difficult but surmountable final stage. Satan is a joke though. Bully him. Analysis time. Super solid game. Controls are reliable. The turbo and sliding mechanics are well utilized. At times the difficulty can be a bit harsh, but not inappropriate for the length. The best way to describe the difficulty would be fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. There's less of a skill requirement as much as there is an angle of attack requirement for many of the game sections. Though I give this game a big thumbs up, it's only getting a solid but unpolished 3 on 5. Combat in this game is cumbersome, slow startup frames, slightly funky hitboxing, and oftentimes you need to manipulate the terrain or situational advantage to beat most enemies. Walls can occasionally get sticky and will keep you from jumping up while rubbing up against them. You'll also bounce off walls if you turbo at them. A fair mechanic, but superfluous. You are already discouraged from turboing all over the place with the limited use of the turbo and frequency of pits. I would have liked to have seen a jumping puzzle that utilizes this bounce in one of the last levels to better justify its existence. I really enjoyed a lot of the light humor, such as the levels of hell, which include gym teachers, nerds, lawyers, and politician, and even some of the crass humor got a few honest laughs out of me. So I would say, even though it's only getting a 3 on 5, it does deserve to be better remembered than it is. I'm sure that there's many worse games that are held in a better public regard. In a sense, Normy's Beach Babe-O-Rama is a nostalgic trip. A trip to a time when we had more comedy-themed games like Toe Jam and Earl. There's also a running theme of the number 47, but I don't know what that's about. Anyway, I'll close this out with a shill. Go ahead and smash that approve button and thumb vote this video likewise. I post a poll every weekend to decide what game I'll play next on my Twitter. If you would like to see me play any of the Gauntlet games live, you can find me on Twitch. Links for all this stuff in the description. Intro and outro is Just For Me by Pro.